So, what if the only way to save our world was to stop being human? I mean, really think about that. That's the terrifying central question in the novel Symbiont. Today, we're going to break down this incredible story of evolution by crisis and explore a future where survival means leaving our very humanity behind. This one line right here, it just sets the entire stage. Forget everything you know about hostile invaders from space. The story imagines something far more unsettling. These entities, they show up at the exact moment a species faces a choice: either take a massive leap forward or vanish completely. It's a chilling idea from page one. Okay, so what does this crisis point actually look like? Well, the novel paints a really grim picture of a near-future Earth that is just teetering on the edge. We're talking full-blown ecological collapse. Cities are erupting in riots over clean water, and the environment itself is so toxic it feels like it's actively trying to get rid of us. And right in the middle of all this chaos, we meet Kira. Now, she's not some super soldier or a brilliant scientist. She's a water treatment technician, just working endless double shifts to keep her city from literally dying of thirst. But then, something strange starts happening to her. She starts hearing these voices in her head, feeling this impossible pull toward a bizarre, organic-looking ship that just appeared over the ocean. And those voices? They're whispering one single, chilling phrase: "We have been waiting." So who are these voices? Well, they call themselves the Gardeners. And this is where the story takes a really fascinating turn. See, they're not an alien fleet coming down from the stars. No, they're a vast, ancient intelligence that has always been here, woven into the planet's water cycle itself. They haven't come to conquer us. They've emerged to offer a way out of the absolute mess we've made. But the solution they're offering, it is radical. This is not some new technology or a fancy political agreement. It's a symbiotic transformation, a cure for the planet that will fundamentally, and I mean fundamentally, change what it means to be human. For Kira, this change is visceral and honestly pretty terrifying. It starts small, like she can suddenly taste the exact chemical signature of pollutants in the water. But then it just accelerates. Her skin starts to get this weird glow, her hair turns blue-green, and she literally grows gills along her ribs. She is becoming part of the ecosystem, able to draw energy from the sun and communicate directly with the tiny organisms that are trying to heal the planet. And this whole transformation, it isn't just for her. The Gardeners reveal her true purpose. She is meant to be a bridge, the living, breathing connection between the humanity that caused the collapse and whatever humanity has to become in order to survive it. No pressure, right? Of course, you can't have a change this massive without a fight. The story's central conflict isn't some simple battle of good versus evil. It's a struggle between two deeply human and, you know what, completely understandable responses to an absolutely unthinkable choice. So on one side, you've got adaptation. These are the people who believe that humanity must evolve, that we have to connect with the planet to survive. But on the other side, you have the resistance, and they're driven by a powerful fear of contamination, a desperate fight to preserve what they see as human purity by destroying this thing they can't possibly understand. And this quote right here from Kira's own supervisor, Marcus, it just gives such a raw voice to that resistance. For him, this isn't some philosophical debate. It's pure, gut-level fear. When he looks at Kira, he doesn't see evolution, he sees a monster. But here's the thing. Time is running out. The planet is dying faster than people can argue about it. And so the Gardeners and the first few transformed humans like Kira are forced to make a decision, one that will take the choice away from humanity, for good. They call it the global release. Essentially, they activate the symbionts in every single drop of water on the planet. Every ocean, every river, every cloud, even the water coming out of your faucet. And just like that, the debate is over. The choice is made for every single person on Earth. Adapt or die. The result is just absolute chaos. The moment the release begins, civilization as we know it completely shatters. Governments collapse, societies just fracture, and billions of people are thrown into this terrifying, forced rapid evolution. It's only after this global trauma that something new, and maybe, just maybe, stable, begins to rise from the ashes. But that survival comes at a staggering, brutal cost. This is no clean victory. The numbers are just heartbreaking. Only about 40% of humanity successfully makes the transition. The rest are either trapped in some unstable, agonizing state, or they're just lost, unable to adapt. The price of saving the world was nearly a third of its people. But for those who do survive, a new world is born from that catastrophe. And we're talking about more than just a cleaner planet. It's a completely new kind of human consciousness. Just think about the difference for a second. The old world was built on isolation, on competition, on extracting resources, and that's what led to its collapse. This new world, it's built on connection, cooperation, and regeneration. National borders just dissolve, and they're replaced by communities that are organized around natural things like watersheds. It is a total paradigm shift. And the result of all this is the Luna generation, the very first children born into this new world. For them, breathing water is as normal as us breathing air. They exist in this kind of shared, distributed consciousness. They've never known concepts like pollution or even loneliness. They're the promise of this new humanity, fully realized. And this is all summed up so perfectly in the book's epilogue. The transformation was never about gaining power over the world. It was about finally becoming a functional, harmonious part of it. And that brings us right back to the central question of the entire novel. Where do you draw the line between losing your humanity and evolving beyond it? Was this whole transformation a tragedy, or was it the only way to escape the very limitations that were driving us to extinction in the first place? It's the question worth thinking about, especially when we look at the future of our own world.